Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is the Dark Knight Duelist, aka the Bronco Knight himself, coming at you with a $30 budget deck build from the Blue Eyes White Destiny structure deck. Now, I do want to say that, as most of you guys have already seen my video from the boxing, I end up pulling this guy right here, the Blue Eyes Ultimate Spirit Dragon, which I thought was a quarter century rare, but when I checked when I did the video, unfortunately it was not. So I am kind of bummed out about that, but you know, just to actually get a secret rare, I believe it was. A fellow YouTuber actually said that. I think it was a secret rare, but anyway, I actually would like to give this card away to one lucky person, to one lucky fan. So if this video gets 200 likes, I will literally pull a name at random and send this out to you for free. So in other words, I'm going to be giving this away once we hit 200 likes. So once we hit 200 likes, I'm going to be doing a giveaway for this guy, for the Blue Eyes Ultimate Spirit Dragon. And when that time comes, the main things that you need to know is you have to like, comment, and be subscribed, and I'll film more details as the time comes. So, yeah, like I said, if this video gets 200 likes, I will do a giveaway for this guy. So, and I honestly want to say, thank you to those who have actually been watching my Blue Eyes White Destiny unboxing. It means a lot to me that you guys are actually liking my stuff I'm doing. And there's going to be more reviews coming up with Yu-Gi-Oh! So please stay tuned. So this is the $30 budget deck build. Pretty much what you need is just 3 structure decks of the Blue Eyes White Destiny that I recently unboxed, and pretty much everything that you need to make this budget deck is literally right here. Now, I'm going to try to make this a shorter video since I went over the effects of some of the monsters during my last video. So, without further ado, let's get straight on into it. So, first off, we're going to begin with the main deck, if I can get this. Alright, now, each of these deck builds I've noticed, and I've watched fellow YouTubers as well, that they've actually made their decks a little bit different, which is fine by me. Like I said, everybody does them differently, and, you know, I actually did this build just because it's a little more consistent, and I will be doing another update, I will do a separate video with the added accessories to make it more of a competitive deck. And stay tuned for the very end, and I will talk about different kind of cards that you can actually add to this deck to make it more of a budget competitive deck if you don't want to go for those higher kind of monsters where they cost almost 500, maybe even more. So without further ado, let's get straight on into this. So first off, we're going to be playing 3 copies of the Blue Eyes White Dragon. I mean, come on. You cannot have a Blue Eyes White Dragon deck without the ultimate Engine of Destruction himself. Kaiba would be very unhappy with us, and he would be like, why would you play my Blue Eyes White Dragon deck with less than 3? It is true. You are a 3rd-rate duelist with a 4th-rate deck. Go figure. Next off, we're going to be playing 2 copies of Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon. Now, you could run it at 1. I like the added consistency to go with it, just in case if, let's say you have 2 of them and one of them gets negated, you still have the other one in hand just as a backup. We're going to be playing 2 copies of the Blue Eyes Jet Dragon, and it goes back with the Alternative White Dragon, used for extra like a little backup and extra consistency. We're going to be playing 1 Blue Eyes Abyss Dragon. And I like Abyss Dragon because, for one, it has quite a few effects. And let me actually bring that out. Sorry, I'm still trying to get sleeves. So one of the best things about this is that you can literally add a ritual spell or polymerization from the deck to the hand. And during the end phase, you can literally add 1 level 8 or higher dragon monster from your deck to the hand. And it also has the banishing effect that if you banish it in the graveyard, all of your level 8 or higher dragon monsters gains 1,000 attack points. So you could literally get some pretty big boss monsters. Next, and to round off for the Blue Eyes, we're going to be playing 1 Chaos Max Dragon. Now, I'm thinking about running it as 2 at 2. I don't know yet. Let me actually bring these down so you can actually see. Yeah, I'm not sure. I just might keep it as at 1, just because, like, you run a lot of level 8 monsters, and having this one at 1 is actually good. Like, you could get away with possibly 2. I'm not sure. I'm going to play around more with the ratios. If you ever want to play a thing online called Master Duels, it is a fun thing to do online. You can actually do it through the app or the Android store. Sorry, needed to get some cola. So that pretty much rounds out for the dragons. Now let's bring on to some of the non-Blue Eyes, to some of the non-dragon monsters. We're going to be playing 3 copies of Neo Kaiser Seahorse. And having him as a 3 of is recommended, so that way you have the added consistent power to go into like some bigger plays like your synchros, or even use for link summon. So next up, we're going to be playing 3 Maiden of White, as well as 3 Sage with Eyes of Blue. Sage with Eyes of Blue and Maiden with Maiden of White, I should say. Those are all 3 mandatory in the budget build. Let's see. With Sage, when this card is normal summon, you can add 1 level 1 light tuner from your deck to your hand. You can discard this card, then target 1 effect monster you control, send it to the graveyard, and if you do, special summon 1 Blue Eyes monster from your deck. So it has quite a few good effects to where you can literally bring out another level 1 light tuner. So you can literally bring out Maiden of White or Whitestone of Ancients, or even Effect Veiler, which I am running in this deck, and I'm gonna show you like what other cards you can actually use in replacement for those here at the very end. So please stay tuned. Running 2 copies of the Whitestone of Ancients, where this is pretty much, if this card is in the graveyard at the end of your phase, at the end of your main phase 2, during your end phase, you can literally special summon 1 Blue Eyes White Dragon from your deck. So, and then you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target 1 Blue Eyes monster in your graveyard and add it to your hand. So it has the recycling effect to bring your monsters back from the graveyard into your hand, and then to special summon them if the card's in your graveyard. And to round off the monsters, I am playing 3 Effect Veiler. Now, I was debating about like which cards I want to run for my hand traps, and like I said, this deck has quite a few hand trap accessories that you can actually go into. But for the budget build, I'm doing more of Effect Veiler just because it kind of fits in with the theme, because it's a spellcaster and a light tuner level 1 monster. So that's it for the monsters. Let's get into the spells. So I am running 3 Roar of the Blue Eyes with Roar of the Blue-Eyed Dragons. For one of the effects is special summon one in defense position, 1 Blue Eyes monster from your deck, graveyard, or banishment. But if you control no Blue Eyes White Dragons, you can only special summon Blue Eyes White Dragon with this effect. Also, you cannot special summon from the extra deck for the rest of this turn except dragon monsters. You can banish this card from your graveyard, fusion summon 1 fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand or field, including a Blue Eyes monster. So I think that's kind of unique, having the special summon and to fusion summon. So there's that one. We're playing 3 Wishes for Eyes of Blue. This one is where you can literally add, where you discard 1 card and then add 1 level 1 light tuner and add 1 spell trap that mentions Blue Eyes White Dragon from your deck to your hand. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target 1 Blue Eyes White Dragon you control. Equip 1 Blue Eyes monster from your extra deck to it as an equipped spell that gives it 400 attack. So you can literally equip, if I'm correct, focus. Okay, so theoretically, what you can do is you can literally banish this card from the graveyard, then target, let's say, Blue Eyes. What was it? Like a Blue Eyes Chaos Max Dragon, which is 4,000. Equip like Tyrant, Burst Dragon, or Neo Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, and give that a 400 additional attack point power. So you're looking at 4,400 attack point beat stick. Plus, with the effect of the Blue Eyes Abyss Dragon, by banishing from the graveyard, that would also gain 1,000 attack points. So you'd be looking at a 5,300 boss monster right there, just by itself. Next, we're playing 3 Trade-In. Now, 3 Trade-In is a must just because you play a lot of level 8 monsters. And so this will allow you to go through the deck to get out what you need. And this is not once per turn. You basically discard like 1 level 8 monster, you draw 2 cards. So it's kind of like a little pot de greed. Whoops. Sorry, once I get the sleeves, then it will make things a little bit more easier. So bear with me. Next, we're going to be playing 1 Chaos form to bring out your Chaos Max Dragon. 1 Mausoleum of White, which, to be quite honest, I have not seen a lot of people play, but, you know. And there's the text and the effect if you want to read it. And to round off the spells, I am playing 1 Called by the Grave, which is a very good hand trap to use if you pretty much want to stop your opponent from like Effect Veiling you or Ash Blossom. So that is it for the spells. Let's get on to the traps. So for the traps, I'm playing a couple of different ones. I'm playing 1 Ultimate Creature of Destruction. Let's see. This is pretty much what it says. So this one has the protect effect to where for this turn, like if you control a Blue Eyes monster, equip this card onto that. It's unaffected by opponent's card effects, and it cannot. And let's see, does it say? Also, it cannot be destroyed by battle. Also, any monster it battles is destroyed at the end of the damage step. When this card is in your graveyard, if you normal special summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon, you can set this card but banish it when it leaves the field. So it has that protective power, and it can also revive itself from your graveyard to put back onto the field. So, playing one Destined Rivals. And basically, pretty much, if you control a Blue Eyes White Dragon or a Dark Magician, negate the effect of all face-up monsters your opponent controls until the end of the turn. I'm playing 2 True Light, and I'm pretty sure we've all seen how that one is. And then 1 Majesty of the White Dragons, where this one is more the destructive effect, where you show up to 3 Blue Eyes White Dragons, and from your hand deck, let's see. In your hand, face up monsters on inner graveyard, then destroy an equal number of cards your opponent controls. So it comes in handy for destroying some pretty tanky monsters. So that's it for the main deck. So let's get on to the extra deck. So for the extra deck, I've been running some pretty crazy things, and, you know, I kind of like it that way. So give me 1 second. And some of these cards I'm going to be running in my final build. And once I get that final build up, I will literally showcase that to you guys, because, you know, I think you guys are enjoying like what I'm doing now. So, and like I said in the beginning, I am going to be doing that giveaway for the Blue Eyes Ultimate Spirit Dragon. If this video gets 200 likes, I will do a giveaway, and I'll provide more details when that comes. So, for the extra deck, I'm going to be playing 2 copies of the new Link 1 monster, Spirit with Eyes of Blue. And its effect reads, you cannot special summon except dragon monsters. You can only use each of the following effects of Spirit with Eyes of Blue once per turn. If this card is link summoned, you can take 1 Mausoleum of White from your deck and either add it to your hand or set it to your graveyard. You can tribute this card, special summon 1 Blue Eyes monster from your hand or graveyard. But if you special summon an effect monster from your graveyard by this effect, it cannot attack and its effects are negated. So, I like that effect, but the only downside is that if you decide to bring the effect monsters out, then basically it cannot attack and its effects are negated, I believe. Yeah, it cannot attack and its effects are negated. Okay. Playing 2 copies of the Heretic Tales of Heavenly Spheres. I have a generic Link to Dragon monster, which is good in any dragon deck. I'm playing 2 copies of the Blue Eyes Ultimate Spirit Dragon. Now, you could get away with playing with 1. I like having 2 just because it has it's like a backup just in case if something happens with the first one, you have that for a little extra boost. And basically with this guy, I'm pretty sure I already read it from my last time, but let's see. When a card or effect is activated on the field, quick effect, you can negate the activation, and if you do, this card gains 1,000 attack points until the end of this turn. If this card is destroyed by battle card effect, you can special summon 1 light dragon monster from your graveyard, except Blue Eyes Ultimate Spirit Dragon. And plus, your opponent cannot banish cards from your graveyard. So this pretty much has a protective effect to where your monsters in the graveyard cannot be banished by your opponent. Next, I am actually playing 3 copies of the blue-eyed spirit dragon, which 9 times out of 10, if this guy goes to the graveyard, you'll literally tag this one out for him. And he has like a really good effect. And then with this guy, you can literally tag him out for this guy like right here, Azure Silver Dragon, which I'm only running one of. Let's see. Spirit Dragon, what his effect is. Neither player can special summon 2 or more monsters at the same time. You contribute the Synchro Summon card, special summon 1 Light Dragon Synchro monster from your extra deck in defense position. So pretty much, like all these, you can pretty much tag out. Next off, we'll be playing 2 copies of Neo Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, which is the new, which has a really good effect to where if it was Fusion Summon, let's see. If this card is Fusion Summon, card attacks. Hang on, what does it say? At the end of the damage step, if this Fusion Summon card attacks and this card and this is the only face-up card you control, you can literally send excuse me, 1 fusion monster from your extra deck to the graveyard, and that card can, and this guy can literally attack again. So it can pretty much, so you're looking at like almost like a 9,000 point damage. So, and it's not really hard to summon him. I've actually been able to summon him out a couple times, and he's pretty good. Now, and like I said, like at the very end, I'm also going to be talking about like more what other kind of cards you can add. I'm going to be playing 1 Blue Eyes Twin Burst Dragon, which is Blue Eyes Twin Dragon. Basically can attack twice in one turn. And Blue Eyes Tyrant Dragon, which can literally attack all your opponent's monsters 1 each. And to round off for the extra deck, I'm playing 1 Indigo Eyes Silver Dragon. So, a pretty good amount of dragon monsters to be put into the extra to this deck, and you can get some really good combos off of this. So, let's talk about some of the extra cards you can actually put into the deck. So, let me do this. I apologize if this is a long video. I was trying to make it shorter, but with the explanation and other stuff, it's kind of long. So, but I don't think you guys would mind. So anyway, with this deck, you can literally add almost anything to it. So some of the monsters that you could literally substitute is like Ash Blossom and Nibiru. And, you know, like I'm still trying to work with the ratios to see like what would work best. I'll probably add 3 copies of Ash Blossom. Probably add 2 copies of Nibiru, the Primal Being, which they are really good cards. Probably add, I know I'll probably be adding like 3 copies of Infinite Impermanence. And once I get the other cards, I'll showcase off a little more budget competitive deck. And what I mean by that is some of the other cards you can literally add to this is like Galaxy Eyes for the extra deck, because those are level rank 8 monsters, and 9 times out of 10 you're playing quite a few of the rank 8 or level 8 dragon monsters. So you're literally playing a pretty good amount, which, you know, I think that'd be kind of cool. You can literally also add more synchro monsters, and there's like different kinds of synchro monsters that you can put on this deck to make it a little more powerful. And, you know, even like adding some like Hot Red Dragon Archfiend or some of those other cards. And you can really get some really dang good boss monsters. I apologize. So some of the other cards that you can literally add into the extra deck to make it even more powerful is I'm going to be adding a couple of Blue Eyes Alternative Ultimate Dragons. Now those things are going to be not so hard to make, however, it's more situational. Whereas you could also add like Topologic Zeroboros, Bomber Dragon, Trisbana, even Borosword Dragon. I am planning on adding some of them to this budget deck. So once I get those in, I will showcase that and have the potential to show you what that kind of budget can do, because, you know, not everybody can afford like those high-end cards. And to be quite honest, like you can even add like a Mirror Force, Dryden Mirror Force, or anything. Like heck, like you can even add 2 more copies of Blue Eyes Chaos Max Dragon. You can literally have 3 double Pearson damage monsters, which is like 12,000 attack points, and the simple fact it cannot be destroyed by card effects. That's pretty dang cool. One of the other ones you can literally add is you can literally add a Burst Stream of Destruction. However, if you do that, your Blue Eyes White Dragon cannot attack, which is not a problem, because, you know, if you make it to where your opponent does not have anything, your next turn you can basically just attack if they can't summon anything. And one of the other cards that might be added in that deck is this guy, the Melody of Awakening Dragon. So basically, in other words, you can literally add like quite a few different kind of dragon monsters in the deck. So, but that pretty much does it for the deck review. Once again, thank you guys for watching my unboxing, and hopefully we can make some more. Hopefully, do more giveaways, because I think I want to start doing this from here on out. Every so often, do a giveaway. But like I said before, 200 likes for this video, and I will literally do a giveaway for the Blue Eyes Ultimate Spirit Dragon, which is still in its little packaging. I have not opened it, and I don't intend on to. And just for the sake of it, I'll probably add those in as well. So if you don't have any, or if you're looking for 2 more, you'll get that one included with this guy. So until next time, guys, this is the Bronco Knight saying till all are one, and you never give up on your dreams, and get your game on. I'll catch you guys on the next episode. Thank you for tuning in. Have a good one.